السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Ikhwani, akhawati, dear brothers and sisters, one of the most beautiful contemplations one of the most beautiful reflections on the verses of the Quran. One of these powerful contemplations is the conclusion that was derived by some people of knowledge from the story of Zakaria alayhi salam in the Quran. It's about the relationship of dua and happiness. Relationship between dua and happiness. The title of this reflection is لا يجتمع الشقاء مع الدعاء. That misery is never combined with dua. And they took it, as I said, from the story of Zakaria alayhi salam. Allah told us about his story in Surah Maryam. And of course, he mentioned his story in other surahs, but today we are concerned with Surah Maryam. So in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about the supplications of Zakaria alayhi salam. قال رب إني وهن العظم مني واشتعل الرأس شيبا ولم أكن بدعائك ربي شقيا. هي الشاهد هنا ولم أكن بدعائك ربي شقيا. He said, my Lord, my bones have weakened. So talking about old age, that is the first obstacle. There are problems. He wants a child. Zakaria alayhi salam wants a child. And he wants a child to inherit his mission, to carry the same message, the message of wisdom and prophethood and knowledge. The message of his ancestors, Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ishaq and Yaqub alayhi salam. He was not satisfied with the religious commitment of his own people. The people who were surrounding him at that time, his close family members. He was not satisfied with their religious commitment. So he wanted Allah to give him a child who would carry the same message. He made dua, but he had some problems. He mentioned in his dua some very powerful obstacles, but he had hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, رَبِّ إِنِّي وَهَنَ الْعَظْمُ مِنِّي وَاشْتَعَلَ الرَّأْسُ شَيْبًا وَلَمْ أَكُنْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّ شَقِيًّا. My Lord, verily my bones have weakened. This is the first obstacle, the first barrier, old age. Usually people, when they reach extreme old age, they're not able to conceive a child. They're not able to have a child. This is the first obstacle. The second, he said, وَاشْتَعَلَ الرَّأْسُ شَيْبًا. He's talking, so the first one is وَهَنَ الْعَظْمُ مِنِّي. It's actually weakness of the body. And the second here part is about old age. So he mentioned two obstacles or two problems in this ayah. But at the end of the ayah, he said, وَلَمْ أَكُنْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. So he said, verily, my Lord, my bones have weakened, and my head is full of white. My head is full of white. And never have I been with my supplication to you, my Lord, unhappy. That means I was always happy with your dua, with my dua. You always accepted my dua. You always fulfilled my wishes. Ya Allah, I'm always happy with my supplications or the outcomes of my supplications. And in the next ayah he said, وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي. And I am concerned, I fear the successors after me. So as I said, he was concerned with their religious commitment, or actually lack of religious commitment, that they would not be able to carry the same message after his death. He was worried about that. وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي وَكَانَتِ امْرَأَتِي عَاقِرًا. And that's the third obstacle. And my wife has been barren. My wife is childless, is not able to conceive a child. But yet, with these powerful obstacles, with this powerful barrier between him and having a child, at the end he still made dua. He said, فَهَبْ لِي مِن لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا. So give me from yourself a descendant who will inherit this message, who will continue the message, who will carry the message after me. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered his dua. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with a child. And He gave him a name Yahya alayhi salam. And he was another prophet. So this is a great lesson for all of us, that that misery will never be combined with dua. As long as you are making dua and hoping in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and having a good opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is very important. Husnul dhanni billah. Zakaria alayhi salam, with all these obstacles, with all these barriers, he had hope in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He had a good opinion about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَمْ أَكُنْ بِدُعَائِكَ رَبِّي شَقِيًّا. It's having a good opinion about Allah. حُسْنُ الظَّنِّ بِاللَّهِ. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fulfilled his wish. And he gave him a child, blessed him with a child. And as I said, he named him Yahya. His story is well known in the Quran. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يوفقنا لكل خير وأن يغفر لنا جميعا وأن يتقبل منا الدعاء وأن يجعلنا من الذاكرين الله كثيرا والذاكرات